Greetings from Begin in India. We are here once again with the podcast Voices from the Lactation Field. We're very excited to have this podcast series where we get to listen from different leading lactation professionals from all over India. And today we have with us Camilla, and she is going to share with us her why of being in the lactation field and what keeps her going through those challenging days. So let's get started.
So, hi everyone. So, I'm Camilla. I am a certified yoga teacher, a pre and postnatal yoga teacher, and a prana teacher. Prana has to do with all the breathing part of yoga. I have been in the energy part. I've been helping breastfeeding families since 2007. I'm one of ALPI founding members, and I've designed BSIM's Lactation Enabler course. I am the mother of two breastfed kids, which are now teenagers, and I am a fiction writer profession. I joined the lactation field because I really enjoyed my breastfeeding experience. Actually, I was lucky, it went very smooth. So, somewhat it raised my interest in the topic. And also, I felt it would be good because I was seeing others having so many issues. I felt it would be good give back a little bit of what I received. I was also lucky I had the right people around me at the right moment. So, the issue never raised also because of that.
So, when you are in a field that includes so many different people and so many different challenges, so what keeps you going when there are frustrating days or weeks or some cases?
Though I have to confess, I've had days in which I wanted to just give it up, but I never did ultimately. One thing that comes back to my mind um, is my mom-in-law. She said something. She was very sweet and very simple, but very spiritual and insightful. So one day out of the blue, she told me, Cam, your job is very nice. I said, why? I said, because it's about feeding the hungry. It's true that there would be fat formula probably with the kind of clients we work with, mm, but they not the same thing, right? So it is feeding the hungry. They may be hungry for the right nutrition. They may be hungry for that touch and affection and bonding that comes from it. And I guess not just the baby is hungry for that, even the mother is hungry for that bonding. So we are feeding the hungry in a way, right? So that helps me when I think of that helps me. I remember it very often.
Wow, that's a very fresh perspective on this. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah. So, Camilla, if I ask you, who supports you in your lactation work?
More than anyone, my fellow colleagues with whom I share beautiful friendships, long dated. Shachi, Dana, Adunika, Priya, which are people I've been, not just them, with lifelong connection and friendship. And I always know I can count on them, whether there is a technical doubt or where there is a lacking motivation. But yes, that helps me immensely.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's very, very helpful to have those people in your life who just
Yeah,
support you, not just professionally, but also when you're
I think
feeling down. Uh-huh.
I think helping each other grow is how Alpi also was born, and that's
Hmm.
what keeps us going in any profession. That should be just the model of, otherwise it's meaningless if it's just competition. It just the help comes from each other here. And
Yeah.
we're all sisters, right? With breastfeeding, we are a sisterhood. We are a sisterhood with colleagues, and we are a sisterhood with the mothers we work with.
Yeah, very well stated. Yes, thank you. So, what are some things that you do to continue to grow and learn?
One thing that teaches me always is the relationship with the clients, the mothers, the babies, and the family, of course. And then conferences like these, or like Gold and other online opportunities, books, and online there is a lot of readings that you can do and protocols that you can assess. So nowadays we have so many more resources than when we started out. Like more than 10 years ago, it was difficult to find the right resources. But right now, I think for someone who wants to learn, there is plenty of opportunities which are easily accessible also from home.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like even as the lactation field is growing in India, we are getting people who are researching on topics. Even in our conference, we have a few sessions where people are either exploring questions that can turn into researches, or reviewing someone's research article, or even sharing their own researches. So,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for pointing that out. So this is my last question. After this, I would let you go. So if you think about lactation field impacting communities in India, so what is your one goal for the future?
Well, definitely, even from the time in which I was a breastfeeding mother and I wasn't yet a profession, I would like to see it normalized. So I would like people around us to see that this is the norm and not the exception. So accept it, for example, when mothers are breastfeeding in public, families don't not believing that bottle feeding, formula feeding is the norm, and whatever else works a little different is dysfunctional because it's just different, is not working, it just works different. And that would also result in, mothers having it easier, not just because they can go around and breastfeed on demand when they want without pumping, without hiding, but also because they would receive little less wrong advices or unsolicited advices and maybe little more on the right advices. So I would love to see all that. Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing that.
So that was an interview with Camilla, knowing and understanding what is her why of lactation. So stay tuned for more podcasts about lactation field from leading experts from all over India.